This is 2011 Range Rover with 130,000 miles, and it's actually exceptionally nice car. Reason for this video is this is a post pre-purchase inspection. We had a gentleman who was interested in buying this car, and he sent it to a local shop for a pre-purchase inspection. And I'm not gonna name the shop, but I'll just say it's an independent place that specializes in Range Rovers. So the car came back. He did not buy it because he was told by the mechanic that first of all, the car has a coolant leak, and a second, that it had rust. So we just want to show that we don't understand how those things were found. What was the reason the mechanic told the customer about these things. Also, just so you know, right now is 12:20. I took this car for a drive at 11:35. I drove the car for about 15 minutes, and then it was parked and I got tied up because I got a phone call. So this car has been running a total of 50 minutes now, driven for about 15 minutes, and then about 35 minutes it's just been sitting here and idling, and it's still running, as you can hear it. So let's get to the coolant leak first. First of all, I took that shield off the top to look better, and this is the top of the engine. You got a thermostat there, you got some hoses, and as you can see, everything looks, I hope you can see, everything looks pretty dry, and there is no moisture here, no coolant here. Also, if you look at a coolant level and the coolant color here in this reservoir, everything looks absolutely perfect, looks very nice. So let's look underneath now and see if there is anything dripping out of this car. Obviously you got a couple of shields. That's AC water dripping over there. You got some shields here, but obviously if you had a leak, you would be seeing something you know, dripping off the shields. There is some very little moisture here, but that looks kind of, that may be coolant, but if that's a leak, then it looks like it's kind of old. We also don't see really anything leaking out of the radiator, but it generally looks very dry, and really no coolant leaks there are evident here. And being underneath this car now, let's just take this time and also look at the rust issues. The mechanic told the guy about excessive rust. I must be blind, but I really don't see any rust at all. Maybe there's some little specks of surface rust, but really nothing concerning there. I'm gonna go now to the back and show you what it looks like from the side and from the back. Normally I would put this on a lift, but I figure I'd just drive it on these ramps and raise the suspension. I mean, look at this. These are the frame of the car, and there's no rust. Little surface stuff over there, which is pretty normal because these things are not really rust protected. So we got some surface stuff, but nothing unusual. This is a Southern car, and we can go to, and there's another view of the front. So really no rust there to speak of. And lastly, let's look here. You got the exhaust, which usually rusts first. No rust there. You got these cheap brackets that normally are not rust protected. They rust first. There's no rust. You got these things over there. There is some surface rust on that little plate over there, but that's just a cheap metal. So really no rust. I don't know how they come up with these things, but just wanted to show you that it's a really nice car. It doesn't have any rust, and quite frankly, we don't see a coolant leak either. What we may do next is we maybe will wait till it cools down and we'll do a pressure test. But again, the car's been running for about 40 minutes altogether now, so I figure if there was a leak, a pressure leak, we would see it. All right, thanks.